first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
The first carry now for Benny Snell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Broncos, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On second down, it's Harris powering his way forward. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, this is Harris. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. This defense for the Broncos, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. On play action, Locke. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. On the handoff, it's Snell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Locke going to throw. No escape from Locke, and he'll go down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. A big play there on the catch and run. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Second and 5.
On the give, this is Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Harris into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Lock now on 1st down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. To throw it is Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. They run it here with Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The tackle by Terrell Edmonds. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Locke to throw. Forced out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Now Locke. This is the tight end fan. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun, and they'll lose yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Locke. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, Gordon, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Ray McLeod to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .158 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. On the move to his left. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Tackle made there by Chris Wormley. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, here's Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than deal with him again on a likely carry on this down.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamlin. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And gets by him, and now a little daylight. There he goes left side. And all the way down to the 29. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. KJ Hamler returning it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, But I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. They run the counter. Gordon. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now on 2nd and 16. Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Oh, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field. Out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Locke. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
Locke going to go on 4th down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A first throw for the backup Haskins. And he fires one, but incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll be touched down here, but not before. Does pick up the first.
The Steelers' first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back 20. Let's go. 47 Mike. 28. 8.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
This will be caught. Judy. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Check, check. Lucky. Jump.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time.
Touchdown! Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 24.
Steelers 6. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Joe Schobert, number 4 in the NFL in tackles last year, in to make the stop. On On play action, Locke. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. It's Beck.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Pass complete to Harris. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's swung out wide to Harris. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's face it. 47, Mike, 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Here we go, here we go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 28. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. So the false start will back them up 5. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Ben to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 67 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. That's to his running back, complete. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after